Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video on volunteering at Booseum 2019. My name is Kristen Stanley. I'm the Director of Education here at the Mosaic Templars Cultural Center. You see my phone number and my email address. If you have any questions, please feel free to get in contact with me and I'll try my best to answer them and help you out. All right, we're going to get started by talking about your responsibilities, the things that you need to do when you're here. So you'll come in to the museum, you walk right past the welcome desk and go through the small door in the picture on the left, and you go down the hallway in the picture on the right, and you can put your stuff in that classroom that's down at the end, somewhere it'll be safe. Jackets, anything that you don't need with you upstairs can go in there, and then you can go up the elevator or the stairs to the third floor to get to work. Don't forget that when you get there, you need to sign in so that we know that you came. Just put your name and the number of hours that you're planning on working, or the number of hours that you worked, and then your organization. That's organization can be your school or your team or your business, whoever you're here with. That way we know a little bit about who came from where and for how long they stayed. Then you go upstairs, find your assignment. So there's all kinds of different stations that are going to be set up. Here's a couple pictures from a couple years ago. We have games, we have face painting, we have food, popcorn and drinks and things like that. You'll just find a spot that needs to be taken care of, and that's where you'll be. All of the different things that we're going to be having this year are temporary tattoos. You could help put those on kids. There's ring toss games. There's a fortune teller who might need someone to be there for her to let kids in the room and take kids out of the room. There's always some cleaning that can be done. People leave wrappers all over the floor. People might not throw their cups away, that kind of thing. You could pass out drinks, water, lemonade. You could be a face painter. You could bag up popcorn and make sure that there's always plenty of it on the table. There's going to be a photo booth this year with an iPad. We'll need a couple of people standing there in case anyone has trouble getting it to work, or they don't know how to do that. We have a bowling game. We have a Plinko game. And then there's someone who could float and fetch. So essentially being, you walk around, you make sure all the volunteers have everything they need. You could walk around and ask the adults if they have everything they need. And if they don't, you run and you get it. So specific instructions and directions that I want to make sure that everybody knows about. When you're at your assignment, you finally found your station and you're going to be there. So what you should be looking for are the rules for games, or directions for what you're supposed to do should be printed and laminated somewhere there for you to read, just in case you don't know or you forget. There should only ever be 2 to 3 volunteers at a station. If there's a bigger group than that, then we probably need to go find something else that you could be doing. Please never leave a game or station alone, like without anybody there, because then people won't know whether they're supposed to play or not play. They might take the candy before they play. Anyway, just make sure that there's always someone there and you aren't leaving it alone. Let's see, at each game, we're going to have some candy, and after the kid plays, you just let them reach in and grab some candy that they want. The only game where that's an exception is at the Plinko game. It's just like the show with the Price is Right, where you put the little wooden chip up there and you let it go, and it's going to go all the way down and land in a numbered slot, and they'll get the number of pieces that goes along with that slot. Very simple. If you work at a food or drink station, make sure that you wash your hands and wear gloves. It's going to be very important that you stay clean so that people know that we're not, going to pass any germs around. And then if you work at the selfie station with the iPad, just be aware of if there's a line and a lot of people waiting or if there isn't, because, if we have a long line, encourage people to just do maybe only 1 retake, 2 retakes. If they don't like their picture, that'll just keep the line moving and make sure that everybody that wants one can get one done. Finally, talking about our expectations of you. You're an important part of the evening, and we're very glad that you're with us. Just remember to be responsible, be respectful, and be kind. I know all of you are already those things, and so I don't think that we'll have any problems. But just as an extra reminder, wanted to let you know that you are representing us as a museum and your organization, your team, your club, your school, or your business. So please act accordingly. We want you to have fun, absolutely, but remember that the focus is on the kids that are coming in. They are there all dressed up and really excited. I'm sure you remember what it's like to be little and be excited about playing games. And so just make sure that all your focus goes on them and making sure that they have a good time. If you run out of things to do, just find an adult. I'll be floating around and there'll be other museum staff floating around. Just ask an adult how you can help, and that'll get a lot of things done. And remember, if you don't see one of us to ask, there's always something you can clean. So pick something up, throw something away. Just make sure that the space still looks as good as it did when you first got there. So that's really all we're going to need this year. And I hope that each of you who comes remembers all of these tips, and we look forward to seeing you on Thursday.